There are moments when a nation must set aside differences and stand together in respect. A time when we look beyond politics, beyond personal opinions, and recognize the reality of loss. The family of former IEBC chairman Wafula Chebukati has one simple request to Kenyans. Let us mourn him in peace. But will Kenyans listen? Will the emotions of past elections allow the nation to show empathy? Former IEBC chairman Wafula Chebukati, the man who oversaw Kenya's most hotly contested elections in 2017 and 2022, has passed away at the age of 63 after a prolonged illness. His family, overwhelmed with grief, is now asking the public to allow them to mourn privately without the storm of social media debates and negative remarks. Chebukati's youngest son, Emmanuel, has made an emotional appeal, pleading with Kenyans to stop mocking their father in death. He describes him as a man of integrity, someone who followed the law to the letter despite immense pressure. But as Kenyans know too well, elections are never just about the law, they are about emotions, politics, and the weight of public opinion. Despite the family's plea, social media has been on fire with divided reactions. Some Kenyans have come forward in support of the family, expressing sympathy and remembering Chebukati as a firm and dedicated leader who upheld the rule of law even in challenging circumstances. Others, however, are using this moment to reignite past frustrations, revisiting grievances about Kenya's elections and questioning his legacy. The family has urged Kenyans to be respectful as they prepare for his burial, which is scheduled for March 8th in Sabata, Kiminini constituency. They want this to be a moment of quiet remembrance, a time for them to say their final goodbyes away from political attacks and public debates. A close family source revealed that Chebukati had been battling illness for some time and had spent his last days surrounded by loved ones. The source also emphasized that, despite his health struggles, he remained engaged in national matters, always passionate about democracy and governance. As with any public figure, the question arises, should Kenyans let go of election grudges when a leader passes away? Some argue that legacy should be discussed openly, whether good or bad. Others insist that there is a time for everything, and this is a time for grief, not judgment. Political analysts have weighed in, stating that while criticism is part of leadership, it is also important to allow families to mourn their loved ones in peace. Many are calling for Kenyans to put aside their political differences, even if just for a moment, and remember that at the end of the day, Chebukati was a father, a husband, and a citizen who served his country. The rise of social media has made it easier for people to express their views, but at what cost? While some are using these platforms to send condolences, others are spreading negative remarks that make grieving even harder for the family. A communication expert we spoke to pointed out that in times like this, it is crucial to strike a balance between free speech and respect for the grieving. We can debate a leader's legacy, but we should also remember that there is a family behind the name, people who are in deep pain, she said. At Sauti Mzalendo, we believe in fairness. It's natural for Kenyans to hold opinions, but when a family is grieving, humanity must come first. Chebukati has played his role in history, and while the debate around his leadership may never end, for now, the respectful thing to do is let the family mourn. It is understandable that emotions run high when discussing elections, but let us not forget the values of empathy and respect. Leadership comes with its challenges, and history will judge every leader accordingly. What do you think? Should Kenyans hold back their opinions in times like this? Or is every leader's legacy open for discussion, even in death? Share your thoughts with us. This is Sauti Mzalendo, giving voice to the people.